Welcome back and welcome to another movie reviews video. If you didn't see last week's movie reviews video, I will leave it linked up here. All my movie reviews are always spoiler free, but do let me know in the comments if you would like me to make a spoilery movie review of Avengers Endgame, because I'm quite happy to talk about events that went down in that movie. I mentioned in last week's video that I was going to see Avengers Endgame in a couple of other formats, and so this kind of review video of it would be comparing the different formats. But I did see one other film in cinemas this week that wasn't Avengers Endgame. I went to see a screening of Psycho, the original Alfred Hitchcock version, and it was really good seeing it on the big screen. It was really well remastered. Obviously it's in black and white, and it was just so clear. I wasn't expecting it to be as pleasing visually as it was, and I really enjoyed seeing it on the big screen. It was good to see the kind of audience reaction to it as well, because there were people that were there who had never seen it before. I've seen it, but only on TV, on like Sky Movies or something like that. As a film, it's quite famous, and so it would be hard to go into it without knowing what happened. But I think seeing it on the big screen, it was definitely scarier than I thought it was when I watched it on TV. It was also, there was bits of it that I hadn't remembered, so I think it had been long enough since I'd seen it that I could go and see it again. It wasn't a super scary film. It's not like stalker slasher scary, although there is obviously a slasher element to it. But yeah, seeing the acting on screen as well, I can see why these people were held in such high regard, and why Hitchcock went on to make as many well-regarded films as he did. It was really enjoyable, so if you ever get the chance to go and see it on the big screen, or any of Hitchcock's films actually. I've also seen Vertigo on the big screen. I think that was good. I'm not sure if I would go and see The Birds if it was ever on the big screen, because that film terrifies me. Anyway, so that's the non-Avengers film I saw this week. I actually saw Avengers an additional 3 times this week, so I've seen it 4 times altogether. I have seen it in 3D, I've seen it on a regular screen, but like a decent sized screen. I've seen it in IMAX, and I've seen it in Dolby. I haven't seen it in IMAX 3D just because they only have one showing of that at my movie theatre, and it's right in the middle of the day when I'm working, so I can't go and see that. But I imagine that IMAX 3D would be quite good. I think overall, if you have the chance to see it in IMAX, I would recommend going to see it in IMAX, whether you've already seen it or not. I think that IMAX is definitely the better of all the different formats. Seeing it in Dolby was great because obviously it's loud. The Dolby screens are kind of darker, and so like all the seats are black and all the walls are black. It's a very like black atmosphere, and then you've got the kind of rumble in the seats when things happen that are loud, such as a ship landing or something exploding. And I thought there was going to be more of the rumble than there was. I think perhaps if they'd made more of some of the louder sounds than they did, that I would be saying that Dolby was the better experience. But just seeing it on the big IMAX screen and having those actors and the characters and the events all be literally larger than life, I think that was definitely the best experience out of the 4. I'm glad that the first time I saw it in 3D, because I think it did feel more immersive because of that, and so I did feel completely absorbed. I don't think that it lost anything just being on a regular screen. So if the only option you've got to go and see it is just a regular cinema screen, then I still think they did a good job. I feel like my movie theatre turned the volume up louder. I saw this with other people and they commented on how loud it was, and I did think that it was slightly excessive, the volume level. all 4 cinemas I went to were very, very full showings. The first one I went to was like completely full. The IMAX was probably the least full. I didn't have anyone, I think I chose a row that was like 1 forward from the middle point, and there wasn't anyone in front of me, and there was only 4 of us in my row. But then the ones in the middle further back, that was a lot fuller, and the Dolby one was really full, and then the regular screening that I saw on Monday was also really full. So it didn't really make a difference in terms of the audience, but yeah, the regular one, I felt like they turned it up to make the most of the sound. Seeing it an additional 3 times meant that I spotted more Easter eggs and more details with each character, with each event, with each kind of scene in the film. I definitely spotted something new every single time. And with it being such a long film, a 3-hour film, it meant that I could go and use the bathroom at different points. So something that I'd missed the first time that I saw it, I was able to stay and watch that bit and then go to the bathroom after, or plan my bathroom trip slightly better depending on what I was doing the rest of the day. Unfortunately, the IMAX one that I went to see, they had some issues starting the film, so it ended up running a little bit later and I was really pushed for time. But having seen the ending of it 3 times already, I just left before the very end. I didn't see the last couple of scenes. But yeah, do let me know in the comments if you would like me to make a spoilery review of this movie, so I can talk about all the things that happen. I hope this was helpful comparing the different formats for you. If you want sort of a full first look review, as I say, I linked last week's movie review video at the beginning so that you could go and watch my first review after I'd only seen it once. I will be back next week with some non-Avengers Endgame movie reviews. I am going to see some other things in cinemas next week. And yeah, like I say, let me know in the comments if you want a spoilery Avengers review. As always, let me know if there is a particular movie that is out or that is coming out that you would like me to go and watch and share my review and my thoughts on. Always happy to go and do that. I will be back with another bookish video for you in the week, so make sure you subscribed if you are interested in my bookish content, and I will be back with another movie reviews video for you next Sunday, so equally hit that subscribe button and it will land right in your subscription feed. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week. Bye.